Welcome to part 18 of my Media Museum's 45 RPM vinyl records A to Z categorized collection. And we're picking up here with Eric Clapton doing I've Got a Rock and Roll Heart. And I have two copies of this. They do look slightly different. This one's easier to read. I'm going to show them to you at the same time before we flip them over. You see it's a lot lighter print, and they've got this duck logo thing in the background, which actually mucks it up and makes it a little harder to see. So I'm not sure if that was the original and then they fixed it and made it a lot nicer. That would be my guess. So this one here might be a second printing. Who knows? But the B-side is Man in Love, which is the exact same B-side as on this other copy that just seems to be considerably harder to read. The dark duck over here should have been enough. I don't know why they felt the need to put that light one in the background there, but it just made it harder to read. And next up, we've got some classic Clapton with I Shot the Sheriff. And the B-side of I Shot the Sheriff was Give Me Strength. And this is another one where I've got two copies, and I'm going to show you both of them because here you had the bolder, bigger print, and it actually ran into the center of the hole. And on this one, perhaps they corrected it, made it a little bit smaller so it would fit. So maybe this is a second printing. You never know, just for sure. Even if you get them from the first runs, they may have ran 10,000 copies and then went back and ran 5,000 more and changed the machines or changed the settings in between. So they could all have been from the first run and still have some slight variances in them. Flipping it over, you'll see that compared to this one, the print is a little bit smaller, but it is easier to read, I do believe, in my personal opinion. And the coloring's slightly different, but thought those was interesting. I wanted to point out the variances in copies when I have variances to show you. Even if they're minor, they're still there. It's still slightly different. Promises here from Eric Clapton and his band this time. I like the way sometimes it's just Eric Clapton, sometimes it's Eric Clapton and his band. B-side of this being Watch Out for Lucy. And we do have two copies of this one, but they do look pretty much the same in this case, except for this one's got the price tag and somebody's numbering system from their personal collection. Make sure you get a good picture of the RSO cow there. Don't know why they chose a cow as their logo, but they did. And the vinyl we find in that one is the Everly Brothers. Dream, 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 dream. All I have to do is dream whenever I want you. And the B-side of that being a song called Claudette. Next up, we've got another Everly Brothers, and it's a song called Till I Kissed You. And the B-side of that one is Oh, What a Feeling. I don't know if that's the What a Feeling, Disbelieving, or something else. But this one I found interesting because it's the Everly Brothers doing Bebop-A-Lua. And Gene Vincent did that originally. You can even see he's credited here with the writing. And since it was just a little bit down farther in the stack, I ran ahead and pulled it forward. And we've got the Gene Vincent Bebop-A-Lua right there to show you. And we'll go ahead and show the B-side of that one was Woman Love, which isn't a song that I know, but we definitely know Bebop-A-Lua, Who's My Baby? And the B-side is When Will I Be Loved? Now, I'm not sure if that's the same one that Linda Ronstadt did a remake of, but when I hear that title, When Will I Be Loved, I definitely think of When Will I Be Loved? Next up, we got another Everly Brothers doing a song called Bird Dog. And the B-side of Bird Dog was Devoted to You. All right. Done with the Everly Brothers, and we be moving on to Exile. I want to kiss you all over till the night closes in. And this is clearly marked as an edited version. So this is a 3-minute, 30-second long, 45 edited version. Exiles, Kiss You All Over. Somebody wrote number 1 on there. I don't know if it hit number 1 or this was the number 1 in their personal collection. But that was a big hit, so I wouldn't doubt it one bit if that one hit number 1 in the charts. B-side being a song called Don't Do It. So, 1978. That's a good year. Now I got a really cool 45. This is a special 45. In fact, I think I'm going to set it aside and save it for the first thing of the next episode. So I'm going to make you come back for part 19 to see what I'm talking about on the special one there. So we're going to skip it and go right on to Fats Domino. And ain't that a shame? Can't hear that song without thinking about Happy Days and Ron Howard singing it. But I loved Fats Domino. I've got a lot of his stuff on CDs. B-side of this one being a song called Going Home. And Ain't That a Shame, along with Blueberry Hills, one of his biggest songs for sure. Here's another really good one, Blue Monday, Blue Monday. And its B-side was What's the Reason I'm Not a-Pleasing You, Baby. And speaking of Blueberry Hill, that just happens to be the next one in the stack here. I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. Actually, that's the one Ron Howard used to sing. Maybe he sung them both. I definitely remember, okay, he was always singing Blueberry Hill, and maybe Ain't That a Shame, but definitely Blueberry Hill. Just got a little ahead on my stories there. My memory's getting a little jumbled. It's been a long time since the Happy Days years, you know. The B-side here, Honey Child. So, interesting. It says it's from Shake, Rattle, and Roll movie soundtrack. Did you see that? I didn't point it out, but it's featured in Shake, Rattle, and Roll, which was definitely an early rock and roll film. And here we've got a very interesting Fats Domino one. It's a promotion, not for sale. So I'm not really sure of the years on this, but being that it's a Lennon-McCartney Beatles song, Fats Domino doing Lady Madonna. And I know this is the A-side. This was what they were pushing on the promotion because they've got the stars on it, and that was they would do to show which side they wanted to promote. The B-side of this being a song called One for the Highway, which is a Fats Domino composition, but not a song that I know anywhere near as well as the Beatles' Lady Madonna song. But I don't remember ever hearing Fats Domino do that. So, but I do remember hearing Fats Domino do My Blue Heaven. And you might remember the Steve Martin, Rick Moranis movie, but the movie came long after the song. We definitely had the song before. And on the B-side of My Blue Heaven, I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. So that's a double A-side in my opinion. Both of those songs are great Fats Domino songs, as is Walking to New Orleans. A little bit rough on the label there. It's shown some years. Doesn't look nearly as pretty as this one did, but that's what you get when you're buying old used boxes of 45s. The condition will be all over the place. B-side being a song called Country Boy. You will notice, though, that the vinyl's in pretty good shape, even though the label's looking a little old and worn. And continuing on, we've got some more Fats Domino, because like I said, big Fats fan, and anytime I seen a Fats 45, I'm picking it up. When My Dreamboat Comes Home, being the A-side, and a song called So Long being on the B-side. So there again, that would have been a good one to in the episode with, but I didn't sort through these, again, putting them in any particular kind of order. I just went through and de-sleeved them, and they're in the order that I had them in the box, which, isn't even by release order by groups. They're just grouped up by group. But Whole Lot of Lovin' here being on the A side of this one, and Coquette, heck, I don't know how the heck you're going to pronounce that one. That's someone else's. So it's not a song I know, and I can't even pronounce that word, but I do know A Whole Lot of Lovin'. And now that's not it. That's Zeppelin, I know. But that's just what I felt like humming at the moment. And here we've got the Ballad of Davy Crockett. Now this could be considered a children's tune one, but who doesn't know Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier? And it's from the Disneyland TV production, clearly marked there. But that's a really cool 45 to have, in my opinion. And the B-side being I Gave My Love. Reedy song? That's an odd one. Don't know the story behind that one or how that one goes, but it says it's also from the TV production of Davy Crockett, so as originally performed on TV by Fess Parker. So apparently it's a song that Fess Parker, as Davy Crockett, sang at some point during that, I think it was a 5-part miniseries. But anyways, I definitely do know the theme song, which is also originally performed on TV by Fess Parker. So there you have it. So come on back for another episode, and we'll get that special one that I held off on and held back on. You can see just what I thought was special enough to start an episode with rather than show in the middle of one. Have a great day. We'll see you again.